Hi everyone, today I'm going to be profiling my Chaos Thunder Dragon list. If you watched my Drytron video, you'll know that I was waiting on some cards to come in the mail, and if they didn't come in the mail, I obviously had to play something different at my locals, which was last night at the time of recording this video. So I played Thunder Dragons. It was a list that I had thrown together the night before. I had done zero testing with the deck. It was a new concept for me that I threw together because I've been playing a little bit of Legacy of the Duelist, and I've been playing Thunder Dragons on there, obviously with Colossus, but this version is a blind second Chaos Thunder Dragon list. Like I said, I had no testing with it. Took it on the Wednesday night, ended up coming first, went undefeated, which was very unexpected. I was expecting a lot more misplays by myself and was not expecting to win, which was really nice. So I'll quickly show you the profile. Now, it's not really a deck that has many combos as such, because you kind of just play out your hand. So it's not really a 1-2 card combo kind of deck. But I'll just get into it and show you what we were playing. Okay, we've got, for the Thunder Dragons, 3 of the OG Thunder Dragon. It's fairly self-explanatory, but this card is just one of the best cards you want to see in your hand. You don't like seeing multiples, but the flexibility of being able to add 2 is really nice. So if you know that you're going to be having a discard effect at some point during your turn, which there's plenty of in this deck, adding 2 is always nice, because then you've got some free discard fodder. And you always kind of want to leave 1 Thunder Dragon in your hand for when Titan hits the field, and you recycle your Thunder Dragon so you can pop cards your opponent controls. Then the other Thunder Dragons playing 3 Dark and 3 Raw, as well as 1 Hawk and 1 Duo. All of these cards worked really well. The ratios were perfect. They did everything they were meant to do. The 1 Hawk, 1 Duo was really nice. Being able to search either the Hawk, the Duo, or the Thunder Dragon Fusion, depending on your hand composition off the Dark, was really great. No Matrix in this list. Titan is not the focus of the deck. I'm only playing 1 copy of that in the extra deck, and the Matrix is not something that I'm playing. But that's the Thunder Dragon monsters we're playing. For the Chaos side of the deck, I was playing 2 Legionnaire, 1 Arch Nemesis Escados, 1 Chaos Creator, 1 black and 1 white Dragon Collar Serpent. Now, I took inspiration from a Thunder Dragon list on Dueling Book that was doing quite well in high rated, going second, playing 3 Legionnaire, 1 Escados. I've changed 1 out for the Creator. I really like having a searchable Thunder monster off Thunder Dragon Fusion that isn't a Thunder Dragon card, because the Creator does come in clutch at times. There was 1 game in particular where it would have come in really clutch, reviving Arch Nemesis Escados, but I got Nibiru'd right as the Escados was summoned, so that was a bit unfortunate. But in theory, it did exactly what it needed to do, and the baby Chaos Dragons just give us a couple of extra bodies when needed. Then the last little engine, I guess you would say, that I'm playing is Dark Beckoning Beast, 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, and I'll just throw them out there now, but also the 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates. This is my normal summon engine of the deck. This is a 1.5 cards, I suppose. It's 1 plus a discard combo into Curious. So if you see that, you do have access to Curious. It also does bait disruptions and hand traps, which is always nice. Because obviously Dark Beckoning Beast searches Opening, Opening searches Dark Beckoning. So as long as you see one of these 6 cards, you are all good. Drawing the Chaos Summoning Beast is unfortunate, and I actually ended up drawing that more often than I drew the other pieces, which was crazy. I mean, we only ended up having 3 rounds. It was a smaller locals last night, but I ended up drawing Chaos Summoning Beast more than the other cards. I think I only summoned Curious once in those 3 rounds. The last monsters that are just part of the main deck is the Jigrim Package. I kind of threw this in because going first, there's not much you really get to end on. You can work your way up into an Appaloosa or an IP play into something like Nightmare Unicorn, but you don't really have negations or anything going first. So if I was made to go first, I had Dragoon, and also if, you know, worst comes to worst, once you've kind of baited out a lot of their plays going second, if you can still get to Verte, then Dragoon's not a bad card. I did side out the pieces quite often because it's not an essential part of the deck, and obviously there's diffusion as well. Not an essential part, but I did side it out a lot because you'd rather see hard going second cards than a piece of Dragoon. So that was that. Then going into the spells, triple Chaos Space. This card's obviously really good. 3 Melody of the Waking Dragon is also really good. Searching Levianeer or Escardos is really nice. 3 Allure of Darkness, because we're playing Thunder Dragons, and drawing 2 plus then getting an effect off with the Thunder Dragons is, again, fantastic. And the last 2 spells are 1 Gold Sark and 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion. You only really want to be searching Thunder Dragon Fusion off of Dark. This was always my priority, getting access to Thunder Dragon Fusion, because in the grave it then does something more, whereas Duo and Hawk, which are the other 2 search targets that you'd be searching off Dark, really don't do anything as far as follow-up is concerned. But the Thunder Dragon Fusion is the priority to get into the grave, because then on the next turn you can then access any of the Thunder cards again. Then for the going second cards, now I know that I'm playing a go second list, and you might think the go second cards are not heaps. Just playing 9, playing 3 Phantasme, 3 Dark Ruler, and 3 Imperm. And that's all I was playing as far as the go second cards is concerned. The deck itself baits negations really well. It if you've gone through a lot of your regular plays, summoning a Levy can often be good enough. In some of my games, whittling down their resources and then just throwing an Escardos onto the board is usually enough to kind of seal the game up from there. So these 9 cards were the ones I ended up playing. I was originally thinking of spell trap removal in this spot in case I played control, because as I've said numerous times in my videos, my locals is typically more control oriented, but I was there a little bit early and most of the players there were combo players, so I kind of tweaked the deck as I was on the fly there, and we made some changes and put in Imperm instead. Imperm can still work against back row if you set it, obviously, but I decided to main that over the spell and trap removal. And then the Dark Ruler was really good. Phantasme didn't come up at all. The decks I was playing against still used Link monsters, so the Phantasme in theory was fine, but it just never came up. The main deck, I think off memory, is 49 cards. The extra deck, playing just 1 Titan, 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, 1 Dingirsu. Funnily enough, one of the only times I summoned Dingirsu was using an opponent's Gamma Seal, but having the Dingirsu is always nice. There's plenty of level 8s you play between Levianeer, Duo, Chaos Creator, so having it there. And then the rest of the extra deck is Link monsters, so 1 Appaloosa, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 BLS, 1 Curious, Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix, IP Masquerena, Verte, Rapidocus. This allows you to do shenanigans with Escardos as a going first play, but also going second, I suppose it can come up. And then Striker Dragon, if you just got the Chaos Dragons and that's it, you can use it to get into 2 monsters. Relinquished Anima and Link Karibo, which are both needed for the Curious combo with the Dark Beckoning Beast. But that was the extra deck. And then the side deck was, again, something that it was thrown together very quickly, but ended up being mostly pretty good. 3 Ghost Bell. First time really playing Ghost Bell. I saw it one time when I sided in, and it was a game-winning card. I'll be posting that replay soon. 3 Droll Mockbird. This is one of our going first options, Necro World, Banshee, and Zombie World. You can obviously access this through Curious. In theory, if I was to go first, it would have come up. I didn't need it at all at the event. There was never a time to use it, but it would have worked if I had to go first at some point. I then had 1 Harpies and 2 Twin. In hindsight, probably should have been 3 Twin, but that's obviously with perfect knowledge. Maybe instead I would have had, instead of the 3 evenly matched here, perhaps the 3rd Twin and maybe Cosmic Cyclone. Evenly matched didn't come up at all, wasn't really necessary. But the Twin and maybe even Cosmic Cyclone would have been a lot nicer against Raid Raptors being able to stop the rank up magic. I drew a Harpies in game 3, and it dawned on me that it was next to useless because they could still chain it and go into Kali Yuga. And then the last card is Red Reboot for the side deck. That's going to do it. I'm not going to really show off any combos. I don't think it's not really that kind of deck, and it's obviously really hard to show going second, depending on, you don't know what your opponent's got on field. So I'll leave it there, but the deck performed really well, and I'll be posting some replays of how the deck performed at locals in the coming days. So that would be, I think that's more valuable than test hands, because the test hands you won't really be able to see too much. But otherwise, thank you for watching.